Happy Easter, friends! He is risen. It's Student Pastor Aaron here from Trinity Lutheran Church in Edmonton, Alberta. I hope you all have had a meaningful Holy Week and a good Easter Sunday, differences and all, and whatever that good means for you. Going forward, I thought that for the next couple of weeks, I would share some of the heroes who have impacted my life and the life of the world. Ordinary people who have been thrown into extraordinary circumstances and ended up having dramatic impacts on more ordinary people. These people have come from different cultures and different ways of life, different denominations and times in history, and different ways of approaching the world. Today, however, to kick us off, I thought I'd start with a small introduction asking the question, what do we mean by a hero? After all, humans are notorious for chasing after and creating heroes, and then becoming deeply disillusioned by them when our heroes fall back down to earth. Let's begin by rereading some of John's resurrection gospel that we had listened to yesterday. Now Mary stood outside the tomb crying. As she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb, and she saw two angels in white seated where Jesus' body had been, one at the head and the other at the foot. They asked her, "Woman, why are you crying?" "They have taken my Lord away," she said, "and I don't know where they have put him." At this she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not realize that it was Jesus. He asked her, "Woman, why are you crying? Who is it you are looking for?" Thinking he was the gardener, she said, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have put him, and I will get him." Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned toward him and cried out in Aramaic, "Rabboni," which means teacher. Jesus said, "Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary Magdalene went to the disciples with the news, "I have seen the Lord," and she told them that he had said these things to her. Mary clearly adores Jesus. I have no doubt that Jesus likewise adores Mary. There's lots of love here. We proclaim our love for Jesus, this perfect, sinless human, every Sunday. We worship his perfection, his sinlessness, his divinity, his identity. He is the quintessential hero. In his quest to save the world and to save us, Jesus does not fail and continues not to fail. It is little wonder then that when our main object of worship is the perfect human, that we would transfer that starry-eyed devotion to other less than perfect humans. In times of crisis, we seem to reach towards people who will save us. When there is systemic injustice, we glorify those who address that injustice in ways that actually impact the world. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying our need for heroes is wrong or bad. It's human. It's understandable. But we do seem to be shocked when our most beloved heroes turn out to be so flawed. Our human heroes aren't the perfect Jesus. A few weeks ago, one of my own heroes was proven to be just such a flawed person. Jean Vanier, founder of the L'Arche communities around the world and author of many wonderful books, who passed away just last year, was confirmed to have been a sexual predator. My heart broke. Sadly, I wasn't surprised with the advent of the Me Too movement, knowing the prevalence of sexual predation on women and children around the world for so many centuries in human history. But I was still very, very sad. He had been one of the gentle, non-judgmental voices in his writings, and his work called me back towards a faith when I was certain I wanted nothing more to do with God. Here was this man who preached a kind of community with people who lived with physical and mental disabilities as expressions of God's divine community on earth. His views of a loving God were rich, caring, authentic, and nothing like the rigid fundamentalism I had been brought up with. When I received the news, I experienced a deep grief. Someone I looked up to for spiritual healing and guidance had been discovered not only to be imperfect, but dangerous. Did I need someone to look up to during that period in my life when I was seeking so hard? Yes, absolutely. Did that elevate Jean Vanier in my eyes to a status perhaps higher than he needed to be? Maybe. So when I use the word hero, I'm referring to those people who have lived life hard in all its imperfect, messy glory. And I will say up front that I don't know every single thing about them. Heroes, for me, aren't people in tights or capes or who possess superpowers. Heroes are flawed individuals who seek to bring a small gift of healing or hope to the world, however that might look. And yes, heroes need to be kept as human. They need room to make mistakes, to fall off the horse, to be held accountable, and to simply be who they are without adoration or fame. They do inspire us. Their stories help us to reflect on how we could be heroes in our own world. We do need the stories. We do need people to inspire us, especially during times of pain and suffering. So I hope you are encouraged by some of the figures that we'll explore during the next couple of weeks. I'll do my best to attach extra links in the notes so that you can follow up with a bit of reading or research on your own with some of the names that we'll go through. And during this time of COVID-19, I hope that we can do as Mr. Rogers suggests, that we can look for the helpers. Our prayer today, once again, is my favorite version of the Lord's Prayer. It's found in the New Zealand Book of Common Prayer. And I absolutely love it. My confirmation students will know that. My youth will know that. It's my absolutely all-time favorite version. So I invite you to pray with me at this time. Eternal Spirit, Earthmaker, Pain-bearer, Life-giver, Source of all that is and all that shall be, Father and Mother of us all, creation resonates with celebration of your nameless name. Let justice and mercy flood the earth. Let all creation harmonize in your imagination. And let us recognize that every thought and thing belongs to you. With the bread we need for today, feed us. In the hurts we absorb from each other and those we inflict on others, forgive us. In times of test and temptation, stand with us. From the grip of all that is evil, free us. For you alone are creating our universe, now and forever. Amen. Once again, our blessing before that we go today was written by Canadian author Sarah Bessey. Receive God's blessing. May the peace of God give you renewed hope and wisdom. May you find the strength you already carry within you to be enough. May the God of grace be sufficient. May you find a deep breath when the air around you is thin. May you grow in compassion in these days. May you love well, not in spite of these anxious times, but because of them. Amen. Go in peace today, friends. We are making it through this together.